Welcome, everybody. Episode 21 of the Leg Up Australia podcast. Woodhead, BJ, Borgy, fellas, welcome back. Had a week off.
Glad to be back. Nice and fresh.
Same.
It's good to be back. That was unbelievable.
I'm not fresh.
You're maxed out.
I'm maxed out. We had a week off last week. I welcomed the birth of my first child, Maxwell James Wood, the big fella, came into the world Monday. We were planning on doing a podcast last week.
It was on the cards.
It was just got to a point where that Wednesday night was Tuesday night and Wednesday night were tough for us. No sleep type thing, like these nights at the moment. But
It's like your life now.
yeah, it's good.
It's a cracking name.
You like Max?
Love Max.
Yeah,
Strong. One
Powerful.
syllable.
yeah, like
Chris.
Sam.
Blake.
I'm actually Christopher, but that's fine.
Maxwell,
Yeah.
Samuel. Yeah, but I think
Blake.
that's what we wanted.
Blake.
Blake Nathaniel. No, that's what we wanted. We wanted kind of more of a classic name, longer, shortened, but that doesn't really. But yeah, it's. Any questions, boys? You'll be coming up to it soon enough. Children.
What do you know?
Well,
How was it in
visited
the
both.
birthing studio?
the birthing
Right.
studio, yeah. Well, it was interesting because the hospital that we went to, they have like these birthing suites where there's like a spa, little lounge area. One of them had a balcony. So this is this whole thing, big beds, TVs and stuff.
So you just feet up, kick back, watching
100%.
the footy.
I could watch the footy in the spa. The spa's not for me, but which I asked. But
So they wouldn't let
Elise-
you in the spa?
No, we didn't even get into the birthing. We got into the pre-birthing room and had the baby there.
Oh, that's
Max
annoying.
came quick. My wife woke me up at 7 a.m. Monday morning and said, "Oh, we might go to the hospital." And I jumped out of the bed. "Oh, really? Okay, yep, no worries." And she said, "Oh, no rush." And then we mucked around for like an hour. Got to the hospital at 20 past 8 in the morning and had Max at 4 minutes past 10. So,
Wow.
yeah.
That's
you hear
fast.
these stories
That was
of
quick,
like
hey?
hour-long, like 12, 16-hour labours and stuff that.
Yeah, we went to hospital
work.
thinking that we would be like, "Oh, I wonder if we're going to have him today, or maybe if he's going to be." My lucky number's 22, and that was the 22nd.
Hey,
And I'm like, "I wonder if he's going to be on the 22nd or 23rd," And then little did we know, we got to the hospital, and then Elise had all her contractions were like, she's got the doctors say she's got a very, very high pain threshold.
well, she's put up with you for how long?
Yeah, pain in the ass. But we got there, pulled up between the hospital, between the car park and the hospital. She had two pretty massive contractions, and then got in the hospital, and she's like, "Oh, I want to do some essential oils, have a shower," and doctor's like, "Oh no, you don't get it. You can have a baby like now."
So she was pretty relaxed.
Yeah, very, very, very relaxed.
That's crazy.
Casual.
I would have been scared.
It's a casual Monday.
She did this thing called hypnobirthing, which anyone that knows what that is, it's like it's like meditation through birth, like through giving birth. So she's pretty chilled. She went through a lot of pain, but hats off to every single woman I've ever met that's given birth. It is a
Tough gig, you reckon?
100%.
Are you
The next bit is, but
Non-birth shaming people?
yeah, I just think you're not a real woman if you haven't had a baby.
Wow.
I take that back
We'll cut
completely.
that out.
But yeah, a woman's body is phenomenal, and the way that whole thing happens. And I wanted to stay up the batter's end, but I ventured down.
We are.
Yeah,
Tough,
I
man.
Keeping.
I had a look at the business section, and
Was it
Yeah.
full on?
yeah, it's traumatic because your wife's in that much pain. Like, it's full on, and then it's like, oh. And compared to your wife, like a baby's head looks like the size of a beach ball.
I would
Like,
definitely
whoa.
have to stab the...
You'd be surprised.
I'd-
100%.
I'd stab the bowler's
100%
end.
was staying up away from it all. But I'm like, oh wow, it is super interesting. And my wife gave birth to a 10-pound boy naturally, which
Nice work.
yeah, it's
You bought the
10 pound
DVD?
big.
No, there was no. It's not like
Really?
that if your horse wins.
It's not like
We
Dream
didn't go to the winners' room.
Parade
Yeah,
him.
Yeah, so 10 pounder is a big boy. He's 4.5 kilos, which we didn't know that. We didn't know he was going to be a big boy. I mean, I'm 6'4", my wife's 6 foot, so we knew that would be probably a...
This is a short price favourite.
Yeah, there was always a chance. And that's
He's not going to be a jockey.
Nah, no, in fact, the doctor said that as well. So, but yeah, he's very healthy. So's mum. So they're flying. It's,
What about the bloke that recognised you?
Yeah, there was I don't know, it was an orderly or something like that, but he was with other people, so he didn't want to
He's
do
probably
the
a
whole
doctor.
on the punt. Hey,
Yeah, the boys. The
I
boys.
know, yeah, boys.
Weekends are for the boys.
I did
Not
have.
anymore.
It's funny
You're
though.
saying.
In the hospital, I had a lot of time to do my form for the weekend because you had midwives in there and things like that. But far out, I have not even. I've spent probably 20 minutes looking at games for this weekend. So
Change
stay
those
away.
nappies.
So stay away from my tips this weekend.
They're stinkers.
The nappies are interesting. The nappies is a big.
The nappy situation. We set the line in the bet slip.
In the bet slip, we set the line at I think 16 and a half.
nappies
And
tomorrow.
I reckon he'll go overs. So we're doing midnight tonight to midnight Thursday night, which I'll be up, which is good for the Ashes because
Can we
now
have
I've got something to watch. And
updates?
Yeah, do it on the page. Oh, people won't get it till...
we'll do a post tomorrow.
That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, do a post
Yeah,
tomorrow.
I think the line they've come crashing into the overs.
Yeah, he's
They're coming into
he
the overs,
feeds
the
a
punters.
lot. And I don't know, like I said to you before, I don't know if it's frequent or not, but about 7 or 8 times in a 24-hour period.
I'm going to Google it. So you guys keep...
Yeah, so
I'll see if that's the norm.
yeah, it's pretty awesome. We didn't know we're having a boy, and I was adamant we're having a girl. We didn't have anything.
I was thinking you'd have a girl too. Oh, like if I was guessing. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I
Well,
think you guys have a
everyone
girl.
did actually. So my mum was pretty sure, and one of Elisa's nans was sure it was a boy. But it was like 2 or 3 days before we gave birth, and we were overdue by 3 days. So that's all you're thinking about is when's this going to happen. I just started really, really wanting a boy, like thinking about footy and fishing and golf and
Who doesn't
train
want
sets.
a boy? Do you want
But
to
I think to start with the boys, awesome.
Charlotte boy's pretty good.
get the monkey off the back? Because imagine if you got like 3 girls and then you're like, oh, do I have another one? Try to get a boy.
We who were talking to someone the other day? And they had 4 girls. Tried one more time.
Another girl.
Oh no, sorry. A mate has girl, desperately wanted a boy. They only wanted 2 kids. Tried again,
Twins.
twin girls.
Who's that?
That's harsh.
Do I know them?
No, you don't. He's a Lions supporter actually, so something to celebrate
for
this
him,
year,
yeah.
I suppose.
Kate's one of 4 girls.
Yeah, Elisa's my wife's one of 3 girls, so her dad. In fact, I thought her dad would be pretty pumped. You know, he's a big footy head. He's a ex-boxer, all that. But her mum was over the moon about having a boy. She never had one.
Okay, well, I've Googled it.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the average feed in 24 hours on a baby?
What's the
How
chance
many-
of having a boy?
How many times does a newborn poop?
Oh, okay. So so what do you want to do? Do you want to hear what So we've set the line at 16 and a half
I
for
reckon
Max.
we got to go get Max checked out because it says here, formula-fed babies
He's not a
typically poop 3 to 4 times a day. However,
Okay.
some go as long as 3 or 4 days without bowel movements.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yours
not-
doesn't go 3 or 4 minutes.
No, I'll be getting formula on the way home because Max could have a feed and then 3 poos.
Woo.
Last night I was up with him for about 4 hours trying to work some kind of gases out. He was fine.
You were keeping him up.
Yeah. Look,
No,
he
I
had
don't want
a
to do this
bear.
on my own.
I'm like, Elise, oh, you sting. I'm like, oh, I'll go annoy Max. But there was 3 in that period.
At least you can blame Max now for farts and stuff.
The other morning, I wouldn't know what's what,
They're all
but
the same.
we got like a block of 2 hours sleep where Elise did something and Max was asleep in a bassinet in our room. The dog was asleep on Elise's side of the bed and I was asleep in the bed and Elise came into the room and said it was the worst smell she's ever smelled. She reckons there was mixes of all 3 of us. So The boys just stinking up the main bedroom.
Yeah,
the
But,
boys.
But yeah, no, Maxi's good. New addition to the TLU family. Big hands. Said
Welcome,
that.
Yeah.
Big hands.
He
Hopefully,
can have a sticker. We'll give him a
a few
sticker.
marks. Just a little
one.
sticker.
One TLU sticker. Yeah, I'll stick it on
Straight
his
in the forehead.
Yeah, can you do that for the photo tomorrow of Max?
Yeah, I do. Have you got a small TLU shirt? It'll probably fit it.
We have a size small TLU shirt.
Not
yes.
a small. Like you didn't get a baby
We didn't,
size?
get
No,
we
okay.
didn't get jumpsuits.
Oh, okay. Oh, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter
I
now.
wonder if people would want that.
No.
Jumpsuits?
Yeah.
But yeah, getting
For their
kids
babies.
involved
Yeah,
with the
Probably not,
betting
actually.
website.
Yeah, probably not.
But no,
Got to be over
Max
18.
is good. I'm really looking for. In fact, it is insane. Anyone that I've known that's like, oh, I've got a newborn. I'm like, oh, that's great. Let's do this and move on. You get no sleep. Fatigue is real, boys. But from I think it's
Tomorrow night.
tomorrow night onwards.
The Ashes.
Oh yeah.
Ooh,
Good timing.
baby.
Good
I've
timing,
just
Maxie.
got a
The Barmy Army?
65-inch Ultra HD installed straight above his cot, so it's like a night light but super bright. That way, when I'm nursing him, we can watch the Ashes together.
Oh, that's
Not true.
Filler.
Anyone that's listening,
Okay, I was going
like
to say,
dogs.
you didn't get a... Yeah.
like dogs. So no, I'll be watching it on the iPad while the little fella's moving gas. But
Sleeping.
yeah, it's
getting
I'm-
over is on the
I
line.
am pumped for the Ashes. I really am. And it would. You're critical of long form. You like one dayers, 2020. You
no,
like
I used to
2020.
love the tests. I don't know. I just
Probably don't have the time like
I
you
just
used
kind
to.
of scrapped it from my agenda for
Yeah.
a couple of years, I reckon.
It's tough
Back
to
in the
watch.
Michael Clark days, I was all over it.
It's not tough to watch, but it's
No.
hard to watch when you're at work.
Yeah, it's hard to watch when you're at work. You can get you have it on the background on you got it always got it open on the computer or something. And back in the day when you shouldn't be doing that or shouldn't be seen doing that, you can get the one where it brings it up as an Excel spreadsheet. You know that one?
No.
You can put it in the hide it from your boss mode.
No.
No.
Oh, you're
that's
kidding yourself.
genius.
Because you guys haven't... Oh, you've worked in an office before. So you can get on the Cricket Australia website
Yeah.
or Live Cricket Scores website, it comes up with the live scores.
Yeah.
You can hit this thing and it exports it to a live updating Excel spreadsheet.
Bullshit.
So if you got the boss walking past or whatever, it just looks like you're looking at a spreadsheet. These
That's
days I don't have to worry
fantastic.
so much, but...
That's
back
brilliant.
then,
I didn't know
yeah.
that. I worked for the Commonwealth Bank for a very short period of time.
Yeah,
How
how'd
they
that go
let
for
you anyway near someone else's money?
Yeah, I don't know how they did. They actually, I needed like
got
4
fired.
months worth of work because I was in between. My job had got rid of me early, and I was about to go overseas. So I wanted 4 months, and I asked my mum, who was quite high up in the bank. I said, "Give me a job." Anyway, I became a PA. 20. How old was I? I don't know. 20, 21. PA to this woman. Second week I was there, they moved her to Perth.
Where'd you go?
They just forgot about me. So for 4 months, I hid in the lending cell of the the head off, like the big building in Parramatta.
Yeah.
Like there was 70 in that. That's they call them cells, by the way. Like some of them been there, like they've done life sentences. And I had nothing to do. But someone sent. This
You
is where
needed
I'm getting to
this
this.
Excel
This is where I'm
spreadsheet.
getting- someone sent me Sonic the Hedgehog in Excel spreadsheet.
Oh, yeah.
Because they took my I had
They
internet,
took your Game Boy away.
I had non-restrictive internet access for 4 days, and then they took it off me. I was looking at stuff I shouldn't have looked at, but yeah, that is literally a job that I had.
To confiscate
that I had
the
to-
internet
yeah,
from you.
I couldn't have the internet. So imagine having, I couldn't tell anyone. I couldn't be friends with anyone really because someone would sit there and go,
What do you do?
"Hey, what do you do here?" And so I hid for like 3 months, and then this new woman came in to run it. She's like, "Oh, she was very mean to me."
She asked what you were doing.
She said, "What do you do here?" And I said, "Excuse me, I'm personal assistant to what's his name? She goes, "She left like 3 months ago." I'm like, "Well, no one's reassigned me."
No one told
And
me.
she said, "Well, look, we're going to have to look at your position here." And I said, "Well, you better be careful because I'm the fire warden because I'd done the fire warden course." So, but I tell you what, they gave me a big farewell. cake. Everyone was in the kitchenette area, like 70 people saying how they're going to miss me and things like that.
Did you resign? Or did
No,
you
they
get fired?
sacked me. They gave me 2 weeks as well.
We're here to say bye to Pam.
Yeah,
Sorry,
no,
Sam.
Everyone loved me there because I was free and talked to them and stuff. At one point, someone said, "Oh, I need to get these approved, and I can't do it before I leave. Can you just start signing off on these things?" I was signing people's loans off, all sorts of stuff.
You're a fill-up.
This is just before 2010. Now, when was the GFC?
2009.
No, it wasn't. It was way before that. But yeah, that was if anyone from the Commonwealth Bank, I reckon this happens a lot. People could be career
Fall through the
hiders.
cracks.
Yeah. Just hide forever. That's what I did. But yeah, I played Sonic the Hedgehog
can't
on
do that in
Excel
my office.
spreadsheet. You're the only one in
Just
your
me.
office.
I
Wish I
could
could
hide.
hide in
You
my
could hide.
office. Thursday morning, our time, August the 1st, Edgbaston, the first test for the
It'll be
2019
night for us,
Ashes
Tom.
Tour.
It'd be night for us, won't it?
But
Doesn't
like
it start
early
tomorrow night?
morning, I'm thinking. Oh, I got no idea.
I think it starts tomorrow night for us.
Yeah, maybe like 11 p.m. or something.
Yeah,
It'll be
yeah.
super late.
You boys had a look at the squad.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, it is. It's good. Obviously, Steve Smith, David Warner,
Back.
and then Sandcroft back. Bancroft back in, which is good. I like that they stuck fat. Bancroft deserved to be in. But, you know, a healthy Pat Cummings.
Apparently, Bancroft and Warner are going to open the bat.
So there's
Together.
no
They haven't
love lost
named...
between any of these blokes?
No, not at
No.
all, apparently.
Okay.
Apparently, it's very... Carey, who was very...
I read
was one
that-
of our best players in the World Cup, misses out, which is a bit of a surprise, but, you know, he would be the reserve wicket keeper and the person that's probably...
14th man.
Yeah, the person that's probably keeping him out is our captain. But, yeah,
Apparently, Tim Payne's got an injury concern,
supposedly.
so old mate would be on
They keep-
standby.
They keep a lot of stuff. Yeah, so he's over there. He's playing Shield now, Carey. So
Yeah.
I think he played today. So he's there on call if they need him. Peter Siddle.
You like
Sids.
Siddle?
I
The old
like
dog.
that they've brought him back in. Apparently, he's in some of the best form of his career. If you wanted to have a bet around someone, but yeah, I cannot wait for this.
He's
to kick
older than
off.
us.
How old is he?
He's 34.
That's not old though.
I
We're
know.
young. We're toddlers.
Yeah, but
He hasn't lost any speed.
Hey, did you guys see that? I probably should have mentioned this before the podcast, but did you see that video on Facebook of the European Cricket League?
Yes,
That-
I did.
Did you saw it?
That
Oh.
bowling.
he,
Bad. Was
The
that?
bloke had a bung leg, but he just come back from injury.
What was wrong with his arm?
No, but he can't
Why couldn't he bowl?
stamp it down properly. Come on.
You could bowl better than that.
Yeah, I know, but I'm a good bowler, so.
I could far out. That was horrific.
That was awful. He could have walked up and bowled better than that. He was throwing
That
up
was
these
horrific to watch.
high full tosses, some that weren't full tosses, but they just got whacked away.
But even the batsman wasn't really taking advantages of balls that badly.
Oh
Like,
no!
Do you know what I mean?
And his arm, he seemed to be a bit of a chucker.
There was a bit of a
as
Please
well.
go have a look at this. You look up the European Premier League. No,
It'll
European
pop up.
Cricket League. Anyway, but have a look because it's ridiculous. The one that all the good players have gone to IPL or Big Bash now. A lot of the
Yeah.
English come out here, but So look, we currently hold the Ashes 17-18 series. We won at 4-0.
Ha-ha.
We haven't won over there since I think it's
Forever.
2001.
Yeah, it's a long time ago.
So
2001. That
Yeah.
would have been the mighty team with Steve Waugh and
Warney.
Yeah.
the boys.
We kicked things off at Edgbaston, which historically hasn't been a good ground for us. But what I like about this team that Justin Lang has chosen is there is going to be a lot of they can adjust to each test. And I know that sounds funny because, I mean, bringing the right players in for the right game, it's the same opposition. But Edgbaston's very different to Lords, very different to Headingley, and the Old Trafford and the Oval are different again. So there's names in there that will be used for specific grounds.
Oh yeah.
So it's, I think I'm really happy with it. I know we, as Australians, we tend to, I think the trend is to disagree with the Australian Test squad, but I think it's fantastic.
Is it Patterson, Hazelwood, and Siddle that are fighting for that one spot?
Patterson, Stark.
Patterson, Stark, and Siddle. Yeah, that'd be right.
Yeah, because we've got like 7 fast bowlers.
We've got some bloody good fast bowlers.
We will win the. My prediction is if we win this first test at Edgbaston, we win the lot and we win it with the ball. Like, seriously, that bowling attack is fantastic. And England should be, especially like there's players in there that they know that, like Siddle always has it over the English.
He's coming.
Yeah.
Poms.
Yeah.
Pat coming.
Nice.
And Siddle.
Nice.
He's bringing Siddle with him.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Coming with Siddle.
Yeah.
Same. They sit next to each other. So, yeah.
Pat Cummins always looks like he's got some like eye makeup on.
You
Does he not?
No, he does. He wears
Yeah,
it. He said
yeah.
that. He's come out and said that.
Yeah, okay. Just thought, well, he's very trendy.
He's a goth.
Very attractive. Nice eyes. Nice eyelashes.
I guess.
A bit of
I guess.
foundation.
Is it mascara?
Probably that one.
Predictions. We did in the bet slip, but anyone has listened to it, give us your actual prediction.
I'm worried. So that probably gives my prediction.
Yep, you're worried. Just
I
off
think
World Cup form, are we going?
Yeah, like, well, English got beat by the Irish only recently too, didn't they?
Yeah,
Like last week.
Monday or yeah.
Yeah. So that's not great. But
That's just a World Cup hangover.
Yeah, I just nervous going in there with Warner, Smith, stepping back in. I just don't know. I don't know if we're carrying ourselves sort of confidently as I'd like to going into a test over there.
Okay.
Where you'd imagine that Smith and Warner, who are firepower and our longevity, are going to cop a heap.
The English press is unlike anywhere in the world.
Oh, they'll hammer him.
Yeah, and I was listening
And
to
Dave
an interview.
Warner's a pretty emotional type guy. I'm sure he's got level head and stuff.
But
they'll just try and.
But I think that's the best thing: the fact that the World Cup was over there. They've already been. They would have been in England for 3 months already. So I dare say that there's a media blackout on the Australian team, that they aren't allowed to read any of that stuff. Imagine being over there for 3 months. Do you take your family over?
Yeah,
You would
it
for
depends.
sure. Yeah. They're earning enough money to do it.
You reckon?
Yeah.
It's
Because a lot of these
flight.
players are still playing Shield
yeah,
and stuff
that's
like that.
all right.
Yeah.
I suppose a
haven't been.
combination too. But still,
They bring a house. They'd have
Maybe,
a combination. Yeah.
They might have to leave their jobs in Australia. I'm not sure if they're working.
The missos.
Wags.
Family, the wags.
well, they'd be struggling because Instagram's taken away the likes. So
Hasn't that been a kickoff?
Oh. The money's come for England.
Yeah.
Their odds are tumbling. They're into $1.97. We're out to $2.50.
That's so
What do you reckon about
isn't it?
this?
Tell me.
Either Warner or Smith to score a century in the first innings.
$4, $4.50.
$4.25.
Oh, I reckon it was $4 or $4.50. One of the two this afternoon.
Like I said, if we are any chance of winning this, we have to put up a big score at Edgbaston. I think that's a good bet.
I reckon it is too. I reckon Smith could. Well, Warner's flying. Warner could score 100.
They're both in cracking form.
Imagine
Actually,
if
coming
Warner
out of the
gets
World
off
Cup.
to 60 and then Smith comes in and you're sitting pretty, aren't you?
Oh, so it's combined. They get 100.
No.
Oh, okay.
You just need Warner to go on with it, or if he doesn't,
I missed that. I think
Smith goes on with it.
One of the two.
Hopefully,
Either of the two.
yeah, it'd be not. I'm with it.
Who's man of the series for you guys?
Steve Smith?
Nah, if we're gonna do it, if you're right, we're gonna do it with the ball. Then it's gonna be
Yeah,
a Cummins or a Stark if he plays.
yeah.
Apparently,
stays
Pat
healthy.
Cummins is backup captain if Payne's out.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you?
Just give it back to Smith.
He can't be captain for the next 12 months. Or something
Oh,
like
is that a part
It's
of it?
part of the
I
ban.
didn't know that.
And Warner can never be captain again.
Well, he was vice captain.
Yeah.
He can't be any captain. He
Oh,
can't.
that's
He
fair
can't lead a team again.
That's fair enough.
Why?
Oh,
Why did he get extra?
No, he was more. He knew more than Smith. Smith fell on his sword because he is the captain.
Yeah, he did. I saw the thing.
Yeah.
I remember that. It was on Easter.
That was that was really hard to watch as an Aussie and as a sports lover. I really felt for them. And Steve Smith, like, what are the second most? I can't remember. A prime minister said that, but he said this quote. And he said the second most important job in Australia is to be the prime minister. The first is to be the Australian cricket captain. So to see your Australian cricket captain, an iconic person in history, they all are.
He was distraught.
That was
Oh.
huge.
And the media, I still
was
remember. I
heartbreaking.
still remember what happened. I did a really funny post on Facebook, and I was like, second crucifixion ever on Easter,
You did
because
too.
it was a proper. That's exactly what it was.
It was horrific.
It was.
Yeah,
They just
I remember.
tore him
But
to bits, and it ruined him so much. Oh, it was. That was
and
bad.
that was hard.
No one
but
enjoyed watching that.
but it's almost. It was different with Warner. Do you remember how he went out and got that PR bird? What's her name?
Yeah,
Jasenko
yeah.
or whatever. Roxy Jasenko.
Warner
was
went
this-
off. He went away from the media. He wouldn't talk to anyone to start off
Yeah.
with. And Smith came out and spoke to the media and broke down.
Because he's a man.
And Warner wouldn't speak.
He wore
for
it straight
like,
on the chin.
Yeah, he did. He was great.
Do you remember? I'm actually getting emotional, maybe because I haven't said. But remember when he said about telling his dad? Like,
Yeah.
that was so. That's where he kind of really lost it. And he's like, my dad's here. Like, I thought,
Oh yeah, it made me
poor
upset.
kid. So I hope he comes out and absolutely smashes the Poms. I love it because the media would have been horrific over there. The Sun, they have a newspaper over there, The Sun. That's where you get page 3 girls from. And for any of you at home who want to have a quick look at the paper,
Look at the page through.
they're horrific. Like they are
the page
so
3 girls.
yeah, no, they're great. But no, the how the media like dive deep, and his wife's to this and that, but it's horrible. So I hope they really stick it to the Poms.
So do I definitely do. I if I was ever to get in trouble for something,
It'd be cheating
I
at
could
cricket.
get in trouble. Like if I was playing for Australia, that's something that I could have found myself in trouble for.
What, cheating?
Cheating against.
Yeah, like I can see how they did it.
You're a
That's
cheat.
what I'm saying.
No, I will not excuse what they did. Like
What if it was little Maxi?
my Max out there with the sandpaper.
How disappointing.
It's
I'd
just
be
about wanting to
disappointed.
win
Sad.
terribly
Max will be a
bad.
sports player.
It's
Hopefully
pressure.
something rich.
Tennis. Golf.
Tennis.
And don't forget,
or
and
golf.
if you're ever listening to this, Max, after your dad put you in golf lessons at 8 months, don't forget your old dad / manager.
That's right.
You'll be definitely manager.
Be
You might be
manager,
caddy.
Oh, wouldn't that be good? Can caddies be drunk? Yeah.
I don't think so.
Have to.
But
I'm not going to walk it either. I'm going to need a cart like John Daly.
you can have like a little flask.
I have
It's
a
a
fart.
driving
wouldn't know
range,
about it.
so I'm aware. Canteen's all the way over there.
Before we move on
Thing.
from the cricket, I've got to show you guys this ball.
Have you seen this?
Yeah. That's an ordinary
But
ball.
how does it like...
It's a dot ball, or is it quarter wide?
That's a wide.
That's a wide.
Well, it was nearly a dot
Here it
ball.
is.
He didn't even get it on the pitch.
How's his leg? How's that leg an issue?
Oh,
If anyone hasn't seen this, head over to Fox
He's taking the
Sports
pace off the ball.
and have a look at the European Cricket League, and just have yourself a good old laugh.
this bloke, with that bowling in Australia, he'd be playing 7th or 8th grade on a Saturday.
Do you know
At
some of the
best.
best?
That's the worst.
At best.
You know we're privy to some of the best young cricketing talent in Australia here, the Gold Coast.
Really?
Yeah, it is a proper hotbed of good young cricketing talent.
It's a petri
The Dolphins,
dish.
it is. At Robina, they play like good cricket.
I was
I've
going
gone
to
down and
watch
looked
it,
at it.
and then I just thought of 1,000 other things.
It's like
to
a
do.
flower
I went and
bed.
watched it. Had a couple. What did I drink that day? It was like Woodstocks or
Couple of
something.
Stonewoods.
No, it was like bourbons or something. Hey,
Little man.
there's also just lastly on the Ashes before we wrap it up, there's a chance that Stuart Broad and Jofra Archer are going to be out for that first test, which would be very, very nice for us. Have you got a price on for us just to win that first test?
Yeah,
Yeah.
$2.50. Yeah. I got one more thing to say.
That's two.
We got
Look
another
what-
ball of
Please,
his.
look what
we're
it
still not
says
looking
here.
at this bloke.
Right pace.
He was blind with his left, was he? He's 40.
What's it say? What does it say?
Right pace.
Right arm pace bowler. Yeah, you know.
Hold on.
Yeah, he bowls with his right.
Oh, he does.
It's not pace. It's not
Can you
pace.
share this on the page?
Yeah,
We'll,
I'll share that
we'll
on
put this on the page
It's
for you
a
guys to have
pace.
a look
It's just
at.
not
Yeah.
a quick pace.
Right
I feel
arm,
sorry for
a
Not
pace.
even medium pace.
I feel sorry.
I reckon Australia win 3-2.
You know, there's a bowling style called Chinaman.
Yeah,
What's
left
a
arm
Chinaman?
Chinaman.
Left arm Chinaman.
You know I'm a
I think it's
Chinaman.
like a left arm off spin or something like that.
Yeah,
Is
I
that
can't remember.
racist? Why do
No.
they call it
I don't
left
think you
arm
can say that
Chinaman?
anymore. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't
Because-
find it offensive if you guys wanted to know.
I think Michael Bevan
Being
went
116.
on.
That means my son's Chinese as well.
130.
132nd.
Chinese.
He might end up a left arm Chinaman.
He might- I'm left-handed.
It's
This
destiny.
is me.
It's destiny.
I'm the left-handed Chinaman. Borgy, what's going on in the NRL?
Well, after a cracking round last week,
I'll tell you what's going on.
Don't tell us about Manly. Actually, that
Oh,
Storm
yeah,
Manly
yeah,
game
yeah.
was off its brain. I loved it.
Well, my man DCE, he's just keeping the team in check.
Is he keeping a lid on it down
He's
there
keeping a lid on
over
it.
in the peninsula?
He's keeping the hype down because we are
hype
premiership
down, neck
chances.
Very lot of neck.
up. Wait, sorry. Yeah, I mean, like, he got a long neck.
Neck up.
We have-
pal.
Yeah, that was...
We have two
Come out really
NRL
wrong.
friends on the podcast, and you're bagging him. You're bagging one of our mates.
DCA, yeah. If you're listening, Borgy didn't mean that. You have ice in your veins, my bro. That was great. That was fantastic.
You know what? I
He
reckon
was
he's
brilliant.
convincing people that he might be the real deal there.
Who? DCE?
DCE, yeah.
He is the real deal.
This is going to end in a fight. I'm going to have to go home soon, guys.
He's nearly
Don't
at Cleary
fight.
level. Nearly at Cleary.
I
Nearly.
think
wow.
my cover photo on Facebook is a photo of DCE that says Manly Forever or something
Yeah,
like
okay.
that.
You,
Oh, yeah,
like
there it
everyone
is.
else, don't look at
Daly
it. So.
Cherry Evans,
nobody
Seagull
knows.
for life. Remember when he was nearly a Titans for life?
Yeah.
I haven't updated that one for a while.
So what I think Woodhead was talking about before, what's going on? After some cracking games, everyone's talking about the ref bundles. This bunker, the Warriors Eels refs, all four officiates got relegated last week.
And so they should have.
There
Was it
some
that bad?
Very ordinary calls. The Warriors,
Did not get the rub.
nah, not even like 50-50 calls. No way. Their last that forward pass that was called in the dying minutes that wins in the game was I don't know if it's possible to throw a forward pass from what he was doing. It was like a backhand flick, and yeah, that was just bad. They're now talking about
There was also a bit of controversy in the Penrith game as well with the reffing. Not
maybe.
calling on, I think they were slowing the play. Anyway.
Oh yeah, that's what I think Cleary, the coach, nearly got in trouble on because
He had a
there
blow
was
up.
some
Did
there
he?
was some slowing down of the ruck going on. There was some bad ones in that Warriors game again as well with the strip rule, but they're talking about bringing in technology now for this forward pass.
They're just gone.
What do you mean? Like a forward pass camera or something?
Yeah, like it's gonna analyze the hands because we know the ball can travel forward.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and everyone needs to be aware of the ball going forward doesn't mean it's a forward pass. Like
Yeah, so we can leave the hands backwards and travel forward.
most definitely.
Yeah,
it's
and that-
physics. It's
and
fine.
and
There's
if
no
anyone
issue
doesn't know
there.
that that's not a forward pass. That's not
No.
what we're talking about here.
That's right.
So they're saying that they're going to bring in technology.
Yeah. Because taking back a step, like this thing where they go, oh, well, look where he threw it and look where he caught it. Don't worry about that.
I hear people say
Absolutely.
that all the
yeah,
time.
It's
well,
ridiculous.
Those people need to look up theory of relativity, maybe, or just go and run and throw a ball.
That's a little bit above our
Isn't
pay
it
scale.
one of Newton's laws?
Yeah.
Like, is it something
Take it
that
easy,
is
boys.
traveling a certain speed will continue
Momentum, inertia.
Yeah.
unless it's acted upon
By another
net
force, that's it.
external
So-
force?
Well, people don't realize if you're running at 100 miles an hour and you're carrying anything, that anything is going 100 miles an hour with you. And when
With
you
forward momentum,
if you were to drop it, it continues to do that. I know. So that's where people
it's
they
genius.
lose
I didn't
they
know any
lose
of this
their mind.
stuff.
So
I've never run
it's
100
all
miles an hour.
about no one runs 100 miles an hour, but
60,
it's
20.
all
yeah,
about-
same.
all about
Huh.
the hands, I guess. Like backwards out of the hands, forwards out of the hands.
It's just ridiculous, though.
So hold on, tell me about this technology. What does that mean?
Well, I don't know how they're going to do it, but it's going to be like I can't remember the name. The one in the tennis, the eagle eye.
Yeah, eagle eye. The one
they
in
must
tennis.
analyse the angle
Mate,
to which
how
the
are they going to do
pass-
that?
They might use that 360 camera. You know that one they like and they
Spider.
spin around and stuff.
Oh, the little thing on the sideline.
Oh no, that one that they in the half time and stuff. They go through the plays and they'll pause it and then they'll spin it around and show
Oh,
the
yeah,
front
but
view and stuff.
I think that's
Yeah.
more of just a telecast one.
I don't know
like a
what they're
bit of
going to
noise.
use.
Probably.
It's
I
not
don't know
gonna
how
work.
they're gonna
It's
do
not
it.
going to work. So they're
Because
going
if they get that stupid lineup and go, well, here's where he threw it, that's just going to throw everyone into disarray
It's a
because they're going to be
great-
like, oh, I don't understand.
yeah, it's
Oh.
so bad.
Could be
Uh,
the same technology that was the as my wife just commenting on your
yeah.
just to throw back just anyone
Baby
that
talk.
the best gift you can give newborn parents is food. And Borgy, mate,
A uniform.
thank you for bringing. I was off the carbs leading into the pregnancy as well,
Yeah,
and
back on.
this is a big punch in the carbs face. The Aginiform.
Not fung. There's no fung.
Because I'm
Fawn.
Chinese, I say
Ah,
fung.
Okay, sorry. I hope I
Fawn.
didn't disrespect
So
you.
to, coming
As
from one
uniform.
left-handed, left arm Chinaman.
To another.
Yeah.
Some
What it?
people call it the fung.
Yeah.
Aginiform.
We'll call it that.
Come on, I'm trying to do it
Yeah, that
properly.
was all right.
As uniform.
was
My
okay.
dad said something Maltese before, and you're like, that wasn't it. And it was like one word off, one letter off.
Oh, yeah. It's
Didn't know that
it's
was-
all about the attitude.
Oh, cocky. Tight
Way
ass.
too cocky.
What's the Maltese attitude? Like if I'm rolling down the street at mate in the
Chilled, man.
they're not Jamaican. Yeah, I'm Jamaltese. Welcome to Jamalta.
Oh, the attitude in Malta is hungry
Yeah,
and ready to party.
they like party.
Yeah, they do. They do. It's like Europe's playground.
Is it really?
Yeah, for sure.
Friends of ours just went. She's Cypriot, like
Oh,
so. Yeah, and she goes to Malta for the party.
A lot of betting agencies have.
Oh, the rules are very loose over there.
Yeah, they
it's
have-
like when I went there, it was 2007, and it was like, oh, what's like the rules and stuff? Like we're going in the clubs and stuff. Oh, you should be 16, or at least look 16.
This is 2007.
Yeah, I was
No, that's
20, but yeah,
They
But
have a
look
casino over
16.
there?
they had a casino over there. So this is actually
Tell me
a
the
funny
casino.
story.
How does it work
The
in Malta?
casino's called the Dragonara, and there was a little thing in there that's it was a horse racing game.
Oh, the little plastic ones.
And it was a little plastic horse on a magnet
Oh,
that goes around the thing,
yes.
and 3 of them had fallen over. So
Can they win?
Yeah.
they can't. No, they've fallen over, so they
Oh,
don't even go on the
yes.
track anymore.
Oh.
So you were down to like 3 from
Do they change the market?
5 from 8.
Mate, no.
no.
You put the bet on there. Yeah.
How
Have you
good's
not
that?
seen one of those before? So there used to be a restaurant that this is a massive tangent, but I used to have Tuesday off. My first job I ever had, the day off I had was Tuesday. Every Tuesday we went to the Tingha Palace in Parramatta,
Yeah.
which is now the Yum Cha at Paraleagues, but before that it was opposite Westfields. And next door to it was like this little gambling den. So we were used to go in there full of beers, get the table. We had our own table that they would take us to. That wasn't the special table, it was the table by the door. So every trolley that came out, we could get whatever we wanted. Then we'd go next door and bet for hours on that. Little plastic, like they're massive. Hey, it's bigger than a snooker table. They're huge.
I don't really remember that much. But
Oh.
it was. I just remember the little plastic magnet horses, and not all of them worked.
Yeah,
so
the
it was
market
you
just-
take
doesn't
advantage
change.
of
Yeah.
them?
You could hold them back.
Maybe. No, this one was in
You
like
couldn't.
a dome. You couldn't.
I can't
I don't
remember if
think
it
you
was in
could
a
get
dome
to
or
them. I feel like it was in a dome.
Shout out to Tingha Palace.
And the
Such a
Dragonara.
There, the Dragonara Maltese Casino.
in
Did you
Malta.
ever play Group 1 Jockey?
Oh,
with,
the
Pat,
Jockey.
with Pat?
on the telly.
No, on PlayStation.
PlayStation 2.
Nah.
Oh, best.
That's good.
One of the greatest games
I actually
ever
played
made.
Nintendo on the weekend. This
What
is
kind is it?
really? My brother has these little things. They're like Super Nintendo and then the normal Nintendo.
Oh, you
It
plug
has
them in
like
the telly.
preloaded
That's sick.
12 or 16
I was a
games.
Nintendo boy.
What,
It
like
was
little,
super nostalgia.
like Game Boys?
No, it's a little console.
Oh,
Yeah, they're
okay.
like
It's
the
just-
the
they got
Nintendo
real
one's
popular.
sold out.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I remember
that's
that.
the one.
Anyway, back to the
wildly off.
Asian Fawn. The
Oh,
food was
yes.
delicious. I know you wanted to go back to the NRL.
I thought we were
Wrong.
going back to the NRL.
No. That was delicious. Thank you, mate.
That's all right.
Can you just describe to the listeners what is the Asian Fawn?
if you really want to
Fawn.
dumb it down, it's a pasta bake.
Yeah, but we got
But
like
you don't call it that.
tell me some of the like ingredients in there.
I don't want to give away all the.
Oh,
A magician,
okay.
magician doesn't give away.
We had it for
tricks.
dinner last night and lunch this morning. And this is, I told you because I was dirty. You came over on Sunday to drop it off. And we left 2 big chunks out for lunch the next day.
Borgy ate 'em.
No, we went into bloody have Max. We didn't know we were doing that. Elisa's folks flew up, ate the uniform.
Oh,
I went back.
bastards.
I left the late. Like I didn't actually see Max get born because I went home, hoping that to heat up the uniform. No, I didn't. What's wrong?
No.
Oh, you keep looking around. You guys hearing something?
I can't hear anything on this beanie on.
Oh, okay. Mark Hughes Foundation. Donate now. I can't see in any way, shape, or form by adding more technology to this is going to work.
I can't see it working either.
It's
It'll
definitely
be
not
like
going to work.
it'll be like the Snicker with the AFL. I told you last week. I
Oh,
told you the
yeah,
other
yeah.
when they picked up the Snicker thing and it was actually someone running into the other post.
Well, what I'd be
They
doing
can't- Don't add it.
if I was sitting behind the post at the AFL, I'd be bringing a couple of sticks together, and every time
Bang.
someone kicks the goal, I'd be smashing the sticks together trying to
Bang.
get something on the snicker.
It's
It's
just
just going to slow the game down. It's not
slowing
what
the
we
game
need
down.
right now.
There's too much time between the tries scored and giving or not giving the try.
Yeah.
So it's just going to one more thing to look at. They can't rule on a forward pass. I just like they definitely should not do it because you're going to get 50% go your way, 50% not go your way, and it went terribly on the weekend because they were just cracking down on forward passes when there's no need to. I know that half the hookers passes out of dummy half are forward, but really, does it matter?
Have we not got enough refs on the field now that one of them can just be like, mate, you just stand at the line of the ruck and you make the call?
My problem with the referees is half of them don't know what a forward pass is.
Maybe we've got to take them to Blake's physics lessons. Of
Newton's law of
first
physics.
law.
I'm sure our touch referees don't know what forward passes
Oh,
are.
he called one against me on Monday, and it looked bad because you were running back.
Yeah, I was running back, yes. They don't know. None of them know.
Anyway,
Well,
I
I
used to
can't
get
see
pulled
how
up for
this
forward passes a lot when I was a kid playing footy.
because they're so
I used
flat.
No, I used to pass. I got into a very bad habit when I was a kid of like passing it and then dropping straight off. Like
Yeah,
getting
they
to,
always look forward.
yeah. So
Yeah.
it looks forward, but it was like it was flat. But I'd drop straight back to get back for the next play.
Yeah,
But I get pulled up all the time. So don't do that.
don't do that, kids.
Don't
Anyone
do that,
out there?
kids. There's a lesson for you.
Hey,
wanna
if
be
you've
playing the
learnt
NRL?
nothing else, it's this.
Clam.
Glambet.
clam bet boys.
Let's do it.
Anyone that's already listened to the bet slip or hasn't listened to the bet slip, I have had no time to do any form this weekend. I'll get something out to you guys
Says
later in
you've
the
only
week.
got to pick one.
But
for the
I'm
clan.
liking.
Go the big one. Go the big dog one.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Friday night.
What are you
Yeah,
tossing
you're a
up
dad
between?
now.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. Is that what? Is that
Yeah,
what-
you wear socks and sandals.
You
I got the
Don't
photo
dad-
shoot tomorrow. Should I wear that?
Definitely.
Wear the
new-
TLU shirt.
the newborn photo shoot, which is a thing.
Apparently, for some.
Yeah. But mate, I look like me and the dog have to get a haircut for tomorrow.
I got
You look
my
good.
haircut today for it.
Very good.
My eyebrows are meeting. You not see that? Because I haven't been.
You
Yeah, I
pluck
got
it.
a uno. I got a what is it?
Do you pluck it?
I have to, mate. Otherwise, it'll just be one big
I like
slug up
unibrow.
there.
It's nice.
Do you? Who's a good unibrow going around at the moment? Tim Mannor's got a good brow.
Brow. Oh, what's Anthony
What's his
Davis
name?
is the
That's
best.
it. And that's what I look
yeah.
like 2 weeks at home. Anthony Davis from the not
Pelicans.
Pelicans, now the Lakers.
Sam Davis.
Yeah, that's me. Just on less money. You start, Borgy.
Of my multi, I'm going to choose the Storm minus 3.5 leg at $1.72. That's a bit juicy.
That's all right.
What do you got? You want me to go?
Yeah, you go.
I'm going to go big dog. I reckon Hawks get the job done over North Melbourne on Friday night at
I'll do the maths
$1.95.
on my phone.
All right, I'll take Randwick race
Go Haunted.
7 number 2 Haunted at $2.50.
$8.39.
That's
Unboosted.
a juicy uniform. Thank you, fellas. Thank you, listeners. Thank you for putting up with us. We had a lot of people getting in contact with us last week, wanting to know where the podcast was. So
Yeah.
we do apologise. We don't apologise. We were going to.
Don't apologise, mate. You had a
Don't
baby.
ever. Mate, I'm less prepared this week than I was last week. We probably should have done it. I had less fatigue.
I think we can forgive you this week, but bring your A game next week, all right?
Yeah, mate, I actually need to get
Back to
back
work.
in the black for the AFL season. I got like 5 weeks to go to get us some money because we're hasn't been a winning season just yet.
For some.
Just slipped.
Let's
Have
keep
you
going.
had a winning season in the
No,
NRL?
I'm horribly.
No.
I'm having a good time.
It's too
You
hard.
should have a go at pick the margins. Blast out.
Yeah,
Yeah, just smash one. Go for it.
Yeah. Next week.
maybe. Probably not.
Both teams 1 to 12. Both teams 1 to 12. Both teams 1 to 12.
Oh, it's not a bad plan.
Mate, I'm telling you now.
Well,
I
last
got-
week you nearly would have got it. You got 5 of the
Yeah, but
Brisbane.
except
don't-
the draw. Manly would have paid on a draw.
Oh, it is. It's
80
full time,
minutes,
isn't it?
So we would have lost.
We definitely would have lost.
So let's
Anyway.
do it.
Draw always throws a spanner in the works.
Thank you, listeners. Check out our new website, thelegupaustralia.com. Long time coming, absolute cracker. A lot of you guys are getting on there and finding your tips. It's your go-to website for free tips and banter. You can look at the podcast, recommend this to friends, buy merch. Anything else we're trying to tell people to do?
I don't know. Tag a mate. Review the podcast. And
Get more people on the Facebook page so we can do more. The more people we get on the page, the more it allows us to do for the page.
True.
This is true. I agree.
Shout out Big Maxi. If you're listening to this podcast in 18 years, think, why did my dad do this?
Take the
Yes,
overs tomorrow on the line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I've just told everyone how often you shit during the day. Hopefully that's sorted itself out by 21, 18. Good night. I mean, fare thee well.
Fairly
Bye,
well.
everyone. See ya.
Bye.